5 kilometers north in 1 hour, what was his average velocity? Well, now you may be asking me, what is velocity in general? And what do you mean? Well, in this video, we're going to be going through vectors and scalar quantities with the help of this question. So, so to start off, what are vectors and scalar quantities? So vector and scalar quantities are just these quantities. For example, displacement, velocity, etc. are all vector quantities. Are all vector quantities. However, I can say displacement, scale, speed, time are all scalar quantities. You can remove time because time is not necessarily a vector or a scalar quantity, because technically there is no direction for time, if that makes any sense. It's just going straight, so that isn't, so you could call it a scalar quantity. So what do you need to become a vector quantity? Well, you need the magnitude. You need to have a magnitude. We will get into that later. And you also need the direction. And also for scalar quantities, it's magnitude too. You need magnitude also, but no direction. No direction. Now you may be wondering, what is magnitude? Well, so magnitude is simply a numerical quantity, a value. Magnitude is just a value. Let me just write that here. Magnitude. Sorry about that. Magnitude is just a value. For example, if we wanted to tell, we can call speed, we can say speed has a value, since we can say speed is equal to 10 kilometers per hour. 10 kilometers per hour. Always remember your values. So 10 kilometers per hour, your, yeah. So as you can see that we have this value, we have 10, which is a numerical value or a normal value. So we can say that speed has magnitude. So to become a vector or a scalar, you need to have magnitude. However, for direction, we don't say, when we say speed, when we find speed, we don't say like 10 kilometers per hour in the north. In the north. Do we say this? No. No, we don't. This is wrong. We just say 10 kilometers. We just say 10 kilometers. Nothing else matters. Right? For speed. For speed. But if I take the example of velocity, velocity, in velocity, we have to tell, like, let's say even velocity is basically speed, but with direction. So let's say if the velocity was 10 meter per second, but this would not complete our answer because we need to know the direction also. So we would say north. So we would say 10 kilometers in the north. In the north. I didn't write that neatly. Let's just ignore that. So if we were to take velocity, as I've already told you, so velocity would be 10 kilometers north. So we would say, so velocity would be 10 meter per second in the north. You need to add the direction. Then it wouldn't become velocity. It would become speed. It would just become speed. So we can already tell us that velocity is a vector quantity, since we need magnitude and direction in velocity. However, for speed we need only magnitude. There is only magnitude, hence proving that it is a scalar quantity. Now you may be wondering, how did these values become vectors and scalar quantities? Velocity and velocity and scalar. Yeah. So so we need to look at their formulas first to find this. We need to look at these. So what is the formula for velocity? Velocity is equal to displacement over time. And Speed is equal to distance over time. Now, what can we already tell? We know that when we need to find the displacement, we need to have a magnitude. So we can say the magnitude was maybe 10 meters. But for displacement, for displacement, we need a direction. We need a direction. Hence, then what would be right? We would also write in the north or in the south. Let me just take the south because why not? The south. But for distance, we just need the magnitude. We just need the magnitude. So then we would just say 10 meters and no direction. No direction. So now, since we know quite a bit, I think we can solve this problem. So we already know the formula, and in this place, so we can write. Let me do this in white. So we know the value that the displacement is equal to 5 kilometers in the north, 5 km or kilometers, and I'll just write n. And then for time we can say an hour, we can say 1 hour. So then if we find the value, we can use it, we can in. So then if we were to use the formula, we would write displacement over time, right? So it would be 5 by 1, and we would find 5 by 1 in towards north. It's not necessary to write it in the formula, but for your final answer it is vital for you to write that. So 5 kilometers by an hour per hour. So this is your answer in the north. So if I would, let me write the final answer here. I would say 5 kilometer, 5 kilometers per hour in the north direction. 5 kilometers in the north direction